Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. As we get older, we start to worry about irrelevance. Um, I consider myself kind of a player through much of my life. I don't mean a sexual player, but I mean a player in the game of career success. But as I'm getting older, um, I'm worrying about growing irrelevance. And I thought it would be maybe helpful to some of you for me to share some of my actual feelings about it and what I'm trying to do. No magic pills, but for what it's worth. Um, I think that I still have plenty to contribute, but I worry that I'm both viewed as too old, and that maybe some of my views are so out of step with the times, uh, or there's things I don't even know technologically that I don't know. So there is this growing insecurity that that even though I've got all the energy I've had forever, that a younger person somehow has got benefits that I don't have. And I can tell myself all day and all night that I have all this experience, and that experience trumps uh, uh, youthful technological up-to-dateness. But there is this feeling, and there's at times, frankly, there's a franticness that I feel uh, that while I've still got it, I think I still have it left. Um, I want to do as much as I can while I can. That's kind of why, like, even in the last day, I think I've gone on a tear and made like a dozen of these videos because you never know. You know, I'm past 60 now, and when you're past 60, you just never. And I'm an intense guy. You just never know what's going to happen. So I try to make the most of every minute. Um, so what do? I've asked myself, okay, what do you really, really, really do best? Yes, you love counseling. Yes, you're good at it, but what you really do best is kind of this, thinking on your feet, giving practical advice, whether it be in front of a live audience or in front of this YouTube or on my radio show. So I'm trying to think of more and more ways that I can use that best skill, thinking on my feet, giving practical advice. So what I've done, because I don't want to let money stand in the way. I've been a very non-materialistic guy all my life, and that's given me the freedom to do what I want pretty much. I make a middle class living as a career counselor, but that's it. I've never gotten rich doing it because I don't feel it's appropriate to charge those picky prices that some people charge, and I don't spend. So I've got the luxury of saying, okay, I want to do more public speaking. I want to share what I know, do what I do best. So what I did was I made a list of places that need free speakers. So, because I'm a career counselor, I reached out to a couple of places that serve the unemployed. Uh, I can share expertise. They often have these job search meetings, and I could speak to them. Churches, synagogues, libraries, um, Rotary and Kiwanis clubs. They're always looking for speakers for their meetings. So I'm asking you to, especially if you're thinking about, are you reaching the last hurrah time? What do you do best? What do you enjoy? I also like doing this. This is not difficult for me. I kind of like it. Um, so what do you do best? What could you do either for money or not so that you don't fade into irrelevance? We all do eventually. We all fade into oblivion. But at least while you still have it, even if you don't have it, let's say, I am. I really do feel grateful that I feel like I'm as good, maybe as better than I've ever been. But I am over 60. So, but even if I weren't at my best, let's say I was losing it a little bit, losing some energy or losing memory, or God forbid I had a really serious health problem. I had diabetes, I had a heart condition, I had cancer, one of those things. Even if I had those things, I think, unless I was totally preoccupied with just trying to keep my health, I would maybe even more so, try to make each heartbeat matter. Now, for some people, that's spending more time with family. The travel is the big one that almost everybody has. I have no interest in travel. I'm missing the travel gene. I could just as easily watch a travel, video, let alone on 3D, which is really cool, than the hassles of flying, which are monumental now. Forgetting about the money. Um, but ask yourself what you should be spending more of your time doing. And maybe even not only is that a way of distracting yourself from potential irrelevance, but it may even be a way of keeping yourself from being irrelevant. You know, if you're doing more of the things you do well, you're more likely to be asked to do more stuff. And there are, you know, I know it's cherry picking, but there are older people occasionally who have done their best stuff after age 60, some after age 70. So if you can, whatever limitations you may be facing, if you can perhaps use your fear of irrelevance to bring into focus what you really want and should be doing, to make the most of your heartbeats that you have left, I think you might want to do that. As Still and Thomas said, let us rage against the dying light, or something like that. Anyway, I'm Marty Nunco.